Hello student. In last lecture we have started with the unit number 2 and we have discussed what are the points included in unit number 2. Today we are going to concentrate on the parameter that is cell division. In last lecture we have seen that there is the cell division is of two types. First is known as typical cell division and another is known as atypical cell division. We also know that a typical type of cell division takes place in prokaryotic cell, especially through the process known as binary fission. In binary fission, what happens? The DNA material will increase and later on cytokinesis takes place and the one cell will develop into two cells. So that we called as a typical type of cell division. And another type of cell division is there that we called it as a typical type of cell division. In typical type of cell division, mitosis and meiosis, these are the three types of the typical type of cell division we are going to discuss. So again we can take a look what is cell division. Cell division is of two types, atypical and typical. Then you can see the atypical type is having the process like binary fission, and typical type of cell division takes place through the process of mitosis and meiosis. Now when we talk about cell cycle is the process by which one cell will multiply and it will convert into, or it will increase the number by 2 or by 4. So that we called it as a cell cycle. So increase in the number. Cell division is a process by which cell divides into 2 or 4 daughter cells. A cell divides when it has grown a certain maximum size, so that we called it as a maturity. The daughter cell form after the cell division. The mother cell may grow in the size and divide again, and it called as a cell cycle. Now there is certain definition. Say for example, the period between two successive division is called generation time. Means suppose this is one cell and this cell will divides into another cell. So these are the two cells. So from these one cell to two cell, whatever the time is required, we called it as a generation time. From cell 1 to cell 2, the time is required and this time is known as generation time. A series of changes or sequential events which occur in a life of a dividing cell is called cell cycle. So this one cell will not directly give rise to second cell. What happens? There will be a certain processes. That processes will carried out, and after that particular processes, the one cell will divide into another cell, and this total process is known as cell cycle. साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर एका सेलपासून दोन सेल होतात किंवा दोन सेलपासून चार सेल होतील हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे, पण या सेलमध्ये कन्वर्जन होण्यासाठी लागणारे जे इंटरनल चेंजेस आहेत ते चेंजेस पूर्ण होण्यासाठी वेगवेगळ्या प्रोसेसेस लागतात, वेगवेगळ्या स्टेप्स लागतात. त्या स्टेप्सला प्रोसेसेसला टोटली आपण सेल सायकल असं म्हणतो. सो सेल सायकल इज the part of cell division by which one cell will convert into or divide into two cells. The cell cycle includes the period from beginning of one cell division to beginning of the next cell division. So this is nothing but the duration between the divisions. So one division, two division, three division, all the division will take place in cell cycle. The cell cycle consists of three main phases. But actually two main phases are there. The first phase is known as interphase and another is known as M phase. So interphase, it was formerly called resting phase. Actually the cell is highly active and prepare itself for ensuring division during this phase. Therefore it is now called preparatory phase. It involves many metabolic activities. म्हणजे आणखी साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर एक सेल दोन सेलमध्ये कन्वर्ट होण्यासाठी जो तयारी करावं लागते, ज्या सेलला जी तयारी करावं लागते त्या सेलला आपण प्रिपरेटरी फेज असं म्हणतो, त्यालाच इंटरफेज म्हणतो. इन इंटरफेज व्हॉट हॅपन्स, द सेल विल गेट रेडी फॉर दी मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑर डिव्हिजन. म्हणजे त्याला आपण आणखी साध्या भाषेत म्हणायचं तर सेल विल बिकम मॅच्युअर अँड द पिरियड फॉर द मॅच्युरिटी वी कॉल्ड इट ॲज अ इंटरफेज. म्हणजे सेलचा जन्म झाला, सो दिस सेल विल गिव्ज राईज टू दिस अनदर सेल अँड दिस अनदर सेल विल स्टार्ट्स टू ग्रो अँड बिकम मॅच्युअर अँड अगेन दिस another cell means a daughter cell gives rise to birth to the another daughter cell. So likewise what happens, each cell before going to division required a particular preparation, and that preparation we scientifically called maturity, and this maturity will appear, and after maturity the cell will divide. So from birth to maturity we called it as a preparatory phase in which cell prepare itself for the division. After the interphase, the next phase will start. That phase is known as M phase. We call it as a mitotic phase or meiotic phase. These are the two phases which takes place after the interphase. So cell division is there, and this cell division gives rise to the cell cycle. So after a cell cycle we can say the interphase will occur, and after a interphase you can say there will be a M phase. So this is nothing but the cycle which can happen in all the cells including human cell, then another animal is also there, plant is also there. So all these having these particular steps we called it as a cell cycle. This cell cycle is made up of two phases, interphase and another is known as M phase. So consider this cell, this yellow color as one cell. What happens, this cell will germinate, or we can say take a birth. After a birth this will mature, and during this maturity we called it as an interphase. So after maturity this interphase or this particular cell will undergo the M phase, and after M phase again it will give rise to the another cell. So likewise each and every cell will undergo the different types of phases, particularly interphase and M phase, and after M phase the new cell will produced. The interphase can be further divided into three phases. So there is again the three phases which is included in interphase: G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. So G1 is the first phase which takes place in interphase, in which the cell starts to grow, and after particular growth of the cell the S phase will start. In S phase the cell starts to produce the or synthesize the DNA, and after DNA G2 phase will appear. So likewise what happens, these are the three phases which we called it as a interphase. G1 phase, it is first growth phase, also called post mitotic gap phase. So that is the gap phase where the growth of the cell will take place, and at the particular time the growth of the cell will also check whether the cell was grown particularly or not, and it is also checked. तर G1 फेज मध्ये काय होतं, जी सेलचा बर्थ झालेला आहे, जन्म झालेला आहे, ती सेल ग्रो होते. ग्रो होतानाच त्याच्यामध्ये डिव्हिजनसाठी लागणाऱ्या सगळ्या गोष्टी ज्या असतात किंवा लागणाऱ्या पॅरामीटर्स जे असतात ते त्याच्यामध्ये ॲड होत असतात. इट इन्व्हॉल्व्स सिंथेसिस ऑफ प्रोटीन अँड एनर्जी मॉलिक्यूल रिक्वायर्ड फॉर DNA रेप्लिकेशन. म्हणजे आता तुम्ही जर रिलेशन बघितलं तर G1 फेजमध्ये काय होत आहे, एस फेज साठी लागणारे सगळे मटेरियल, एनर्जी, एन्झाईम या सगळ्या गोष्टी तयार केल्या जातात. मग G1 फेजमध्ये या सगळ्या गोष्टी तयार झाल्यानंतरच एस फेज सुरू होते, आणि एस फेजमध्ये मग DNA सिंथेसिस होईल, रेप्लिकेशन होईल, DNA कंटेंट वाढेल, आणि नंतर मग G2 फेज होईल. म्हणजेच याचा अर्थ असा की एक फेज कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतरच दुसरी फेज सुरू होणार आहे, आणि दुसरी फेज कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतर तिसरी फेज सुरू होणार आहे. सो G1 is the first phase which takes place in each and every cell, which can utilize for the preparation of protein, enzymes, energy molecules, and it will leads to the another phase, we called it as a S phase. म्हणजे प्रत्येक वेळेला काय होईल, G1 फेजच सगळ्यात पहिली फेज असेल. सेल मे विड्रॉ फ्रॉम सेल सायकल अँड एंटर इन G0 और क्विसंट स्टेज. आता आपण जसं म्हटलं की G1 फेज ही पहिली फेज आहे आणि या G1 फेजमध्ये काय होतं, सेल तयार होत असते एस फेजमध्ये जाण्यासाठी. मग कधी कधी काय होतं, तर सेल व्यवस्थित तयार झालेली नसते, त्याची ग्रोथ झालेली नसते आणि मग अशा वेळेला सेल G0 फेजमध्ये सुद्धा जाते. क्विसंट स्टेज त्याला आपण म्हणतो. सो इट विल एंटर इन क्विसंट स्टेज अँड अगेन दी सेल विल प्रिपेअर इटसेल्फ फॉर दी एस फेज अँड द फर्दर फेजेस विल टेक्स प्लेस. आणखी साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं याला तर एखादी सेल आहे जी की तयार नाही आहे, जिची तयारी झालेली नाही पुढच्या फेजमध्ये जाण्यासाठी, अशा सेलला काय केलं जातं, बाजूला ठेवून त्याला G0 फेजमध्ये पाठवल्या जातं. G0 फेजमध्ये काय होतं, तर जी सेल तयार नसेल डिव्हिजनसाठी, डिवाइड होण्यासाठी, तिच्यामध्ये आणखी काही डिव्हिजन होतील, काही गोष्टी राहिलेल्या ज्या असतील त्या परत होतील आणि नंतर मग G0 फेजमधून ती परत G1 फेजमध्ये. सो लाईकवाईज व्हॉट वी कॅन से दॅट the cell will enter from G1 phase to G0 phase, again it will come to the G1 phase, then again it will go to the S phase. So likewise the phases will increases. The cell in G0 stage may re-enter G1 phase or may get differentiated to become the permanent cell. So likewise what we can say, there is a different types of phases, G1 phase, G2 phase, S phase. So sometime this cycle will restricted by entering the cell to the G0 phase because the cell is not prepared for the growth. So moving to the next phase, that is S phase. In S phase what happens, the DNA of the cell will increase and that's why S phase is also known as synthetic phase or replicative phase. In this phase synthesis of the DNA will takes place. Replication of DNA takes place during this stage. Entire genetic material will get duplicate during this S phase. Nucleus becomes double in size due to the S phase, and due to this what happens, the histone protein which are required for organization of chromosome are also produced during this S phase. So this is again the progress in the phases in which what happens, the DNA will duplicate or increase, and as it will increase, the cell will undergo the next phase that we called it as a G2 phase. It is the second growth phase and also called pre-mitotic gap or growth phase. It involves the synthesis of tubulin, spindle protein and RNA. There is duplication of cell organelles such as mitochondria and chloroplast in G2 phase, and the centriole duplicates and two centrosomes were formed. Thus, cell prepare to enter the mitotic phase. Now, this is nothing but the end of G2 phase, end of interphase, and at the end of interphase, DNA, protein, spindle fibers, then mitochondria, chloroplast, centrioles, centrosomes, all these things are duplicated, increase in their number because cell is going to divide in two parts. So this one is the preparatory phase. Up till now the preparation for the division will take place in this interphase. So after G2 phase, the actual process of cell division will start, and this cell division in eukaryotes is amitosis, mitosis or meiosis. These are the three types of cell division which takes place in eukaryote. Amitosis, in this type the nuclear membrane is retained throughout the division. The nucleus enlarges, elongates and divides directly. It is followed by cytokinesis leading to formation of two daughter cells, and the meganucleus of paramecium, foetal cell or endosperm cell are the example of this particular type of amitosis. Now the another type of division will take place, and that we called it as a mitosis and meiosis, which we are going to discuss in the next lecture. So watch this lecture 2 times to understand the parameters related to the cell division.